Good evening, everybody. It's RS Mallory. My goodness gracious, it is December 7th already, and it is the first night of Hanukkah. And earlier I went to a Hanukkah celebration, and Hanukkah, for those people who don't know, symbolizes the miracle of when the temple was destroyed in biblical times for the second time, and then by some brothers named the Maccabees. There was a little pot of oil that was good for one day because that's what they used for light back then, and they lit their candelabra, which had was supposed to have, fill it up with oil, and there was only enough for one day, and they separated it, and gosh, God performed a miracle, and it burned for 8 days, which was just enough time, David, for God to sanctify the new oil that they were making. So this was back in biblical times, and we have been celebrating and acknowledging that miracle all of these decades and decades and hundreds of years later. It seems with the world gone topsy-turvy that we're all due for another miracle. I know, David, you're a man of faith, and I'm a woman of faith. And I just think that anybody who is doing a business, or anybody who has a family, who walks on this earth today, prepare yourself for miracles, because gosh, times are changing and they're going to happen. Which brings me to Govvi. This is going to be a team call tonight, and we have been attracting a lot of team players who were from some very big coffee companies, Organo Gold, and they're very, very excited. We just launched our Govvi Black Coffee, Smart Coffee. And of course, we had a huge LTO for our dessert coffee, and which will not be in the back office and available all the time, but the Smart Coffee will be. By the way, if you're listening to this call, please go to your Govvi site and log into your back office, write customer service, and let them know that you are dismayed and you would like to have the dessert coffee as well, the latte. We've had 5 months to prepare for this day, and in those 5 months, a lot of us have been marketing the latte as well as the black coffee. And guess what? We found out that most people prefer a latte. Canada's a little different because they have the Canadian dollar, which is depressed right now. And since we get 20 packets of the dessert coffee, because it's much bigger and because it's a more expensive brew to make, they're finding that that more people will purchase the black coffee and then add things and make their own latte. But for folks who don't care about spending an extra few dollars, they will purchase the latte. All around the world, both of these products are very popular. Next to water on the planet, coffee is the #2 beverage that everybody will drink. So we're going to recap the coffee opportunity tonight, and we're going to talk about strategies for the black coffee and for the latte. We do have more than a handful of coffee club members. That opportunity is over for the investment. Coffee club members will be receiving 2 boxes of latte and 2 boxes of black coffee every single month for the next 18 months. So any customers or promoters that you have, or any other retail establishments, which we're going to talk about in a moment, that you gather, will be able to get the dessert coffee from you directly. So we are being charged $110 for 4 boxes of coffee, 2 latte and 2 black coffee. So when I do sell a box of latte, I just charge them $369, about $30 a box, because you have to factor in $12.99 divided by 4 for the shipping and handling. So this is your business. You figure out what it is that you want to sell it for, and you can service them that way. So we should have all now, because we've been marketing the coffee in anticipation of the launch, which has been very, very exciting. They did it during the week when they had 3 other LTOs And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know another company on this planet, direct sales, MLM, whatever you want to call it, that generated $500,000 in 4 days with 4 different products. Gosh, I don't know about you. I was so exhausted at the end of 4 days. I just don't want to do that again. It was very hectic, but we generated a lot of business. And again, $500,000. That's crazy, especially since there were a lot of companies who are looking, it's December, the end of the year, they're looking at raising their prices. They're looking at cutting their staff. They're looking about going out of business. And indeed, a lot of people are going to be hurt. So when you're making your list in December and you're thinking about coffee and our other products, our flagship product is Fuel Tabs. And of course, our incredible wow, the no diet pill, and our glutathione, and our frequency product, the harmonic card. I just sold one today. I came home and a lady private messaged me, and I had sent her one of our videos, and she decided that she wanted a card, or Govvi cards. So there you go. If you can, stock these things when you can get them. I bought another 2 of them during the LTO because you can turn around and sell them. I don't make any money on them. I sell them for what I paid for them. So it's $120. And I charged, I think, $5 for shipping and handling because I'm shipping it. The same thing with the coffee. If you're going to sell it and it's not somebody local, tack on $7.95 because that will be what the shipping will be, and don't take that hit for yourself. Now, we have all been beating the ground. I think that's the phrase, beating the jungle, talking with all kinds of people for the last 5 months. I know David has folks who were long haul truckers, and he was one at one time too. And he explained to me how important the black coffee or the latte would be for them because they drive mostly at night. And the coffees, because our smart coffee gives you stamina and energy, and it keeps you up, no headaches. It doesn't give you any jitters or shakes. And it's good for you in all different healthful ways. And these folks, if they can stay up and stay alert and gosh, drive another hour or 2 hours before they have to pull over and go to sleep, they're making more money, because when you accumulate those extra hours, then it adds up to another run that they'll be able to do. And David assured me that this would be great. So if you know anybody who's a long haul trucker, it's a big United States of America, please contact them. Also, people with lunch trucks, you know, the silver lunch trucks that park in front of the big office buildings or the factory buildings and stuff. Those guys usually have the blue coffee cups, and I'm smiling because I'm from the Northeast originally, and all the diners and those kinds of lunch trucks had those kind of coffee cups. It's a good memory for me. They usually charge $3-4 a pop anyway, and notoriously the coffee is awful because they have those great big urns and they don't really clean them. But you know what? If they buy some of the black coffee and they sell that and sell it as an alternative healthy coffee, and they sell it for the same price, $4, and they're paying $1 for it because there's 30 in a box. So that's $1 a packet. That's called triple keystone. So they'll pay you per box, and then they'll go ahead and sell it for $4, and they'll make $3 for every $1 packet that they have. In these times where we have 30% inflation, and it looks like it's even climbing a little this time of the year, that is absolutely incredible. So don't forget to talk about that with people. Start calling them back, telling them that your product is now available. Don't forget to sample it for them, meet them at their favorite haunt, their favorite factory, mix up some coffee for them, let them taste it, explain it to them, and you'll pick yourself up some retail customers. Also bakeries, also boutique restaurants, vendors. Some of the girls in Canada are doing these craft shows because in Canada, everything is so spread out. So they're doing that. My friend Barb told me that she did a craft show the other day, and they were supposed to have food vendors, and none of them showed up because there was a snowstorm. So when the people saw that they had these little push canisters, they had prepared some of the latte and the black coffee, and the ratio they use is 10 ounces per packet So if they did, 6 packets, it was 60 ounces, and that's the right flavoring. And they had these little tiny cups, the little mini ones, so that people could taste them. She sent her husband, Kevin, out to buy big coffee cups, the paper cups, and the people all came back, and she started selling the coffee for $4 a cup because the people didn't have any place else, at least, to get a cup of coffee. She said they all did their rounds, they bought all of their crafts, and they came back, and maybe 1 or 2 people did not purchase a box of coffee. So if you get people to taste this coffee, they will purchase it. So if you live in a place that's a little rural, or some of the areas, even in the urban centers, that are having craft shows, I know the churches are doing them, the Ys are doing them, some of the private clubs are doing them. If you have a fairground near you, they're doing them. Get with a couple of people who are in your organization, split the cost of the table, and go in and do it. Refer back to the training that I did about getting a fishbowl and doing a raffle. And I even had the raffle tickets for you to use as well. So let's talk about the revenue. We talked about how some of your vendors will be able to make triple keystone, but what kind of revenue is there for you if you gather customers as well as promoters with Govvi? In our compensation plan, we get paid very handsomely for our customers. We get paid, and if they're on subscription, we still get paid very handsomely. Anybody who's on subscription gets the lower price. So whether you're a promoter or a customer, we get paid. We get paid that way. We get paid 50% of the CV for customers, and we get paid every time they order. So if you have a customer who's ordering, let's say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 boxes of black coffee every single month, because they're a vendor and they're going through all of that, you would get paid, I think that's 24 times 15. That's a lot of money. Every single month. That adds to your coffers. Now, if a person is a promoter, you're making, the first time you make 50% of the points, the CV, and you make a first order bonus, which is a fast start bonus. And then every subsequent month that they order on their subscription, you are making the points, the full points, which would be 70 points on a $99 3-box coffee order. And the coffee will be, the black coffee is available in 3 boxes or 1 box. So the 1 box is $34.99. Of course, the 3 boxes are a much better buy. It's $99. That's $33 a box. I will say, for anybody who does have customers who want the latte, you can get with your upline, your sponsor, somebody in your upline who is a coffee club member. I'm a coffee club member, so I have a supply of the latte, and I will have it every month. I'll have 2 boxes every month, but I also purchased a large amount during the LTO, because it will not be available in the back office right now, and because I know that we have a lot of people on the team who will be marketing the latte, and I want to make it available to them. So we'll sell it for, let's say, $30 a box plus shipping and handling. So think about that. It won't go through your points, but it will keep your customers happy. And when you go out of your way to service a customer as they are purchasing things in your organization, and then you go out of the organization to keep them happy and supply them with something that they can't get readily every single month, they remember that, and you're practicing extraordinary customer service, and you can customer service your way right into a $1 million business, ladies and gentlemen. So you can do taste tests at home. I know the ladies are all getting together, and some of the men too, with their fraternal organizations. Or David is a hunter. He's going to get together with the guys. Maybe you belong to a bowling league and you're going to have a Christmas party. Brian up in Michigan, his guys do meet on Thursdays to wet their whistle, and they're going to have Christmas parties and stuff. Make sure that you get there and make sure that you have the coffee available so that you can have the people taste test it. I can tell you again, it's very important that you get this into their taste buds and let them taste it, because the coffee is really, really terrific. People who don't like coffee enjoy our coffee. Let me see here. On Wednesdays in the month of December, we just had our first one yesterday. Carrie Marshall and Angel Wall are going to be doing a business opportunity presentation leading off with the coffee, and it's going to mention the WOW, our no diet product, and it's going to mention the glutathione. And Bert Green, our president, started off the call, and it was a terrific call. If you're listening, you can go to the Govvi Club on Facebook, our private group, and you can catch that recording. I sent it around to the people on our team, but if you're listening and you're not part of my team, then please just go to the Govvi Club if you're a member, and you can listen to that call. Otherwise, you're free to join our calls on Wednesday. Ask the person who invited you to the call for the login information. It's a Zoom call. And we're doing this because there's so much interest right now in the coffee, and it's the time of year. Coffee goes with everything. We're celebrating Hanukkah now, and I'm posting about Hanukkah, and we eat fried foods for Hanukkah. So we eat potato pancakes called latkes, and we eat jelly donuts called sufganiyot, but they're jelly donuts. What goes with jelly donuts? Smart coffee. So when I'm posting about my donuts, I'm also posting about the smart coffee. If you're posting about something in one of the groups that you belong to, your bowling group or this or that, or you're going to have a potluck, or your wife is going to host the girls in for something, or you play cards with the guys, like I said, or you play billiards, or you're going to meet them on Thursday night at the club to wet your whistle, make sure that you have the coffee. Also, make sure now is the time to get with the people who are all of your vendors, get them focused and lay out a strategy with them. Make sure they understand that they can triple keystone their money so that they can start out at the first of the year. We can also give them some brochures. We can also give them some banners. There are some banners that are being made. So let's say the silver truck guy can do even just a regular paper size little poster on the side of his truck that says, ask me about our smart coffee. No caffeine hit, better than decaffeinated, lots of health benefits. And it's the same price as that ugly coffee that he's selling. He's going to sell a ton of it. So let's see what else. I will offer for the team, for my team, and I partner with Smiley, and he has his own team. So for any people who are listening to this, even if you are not on my team or Smiley's team, if you need a coffee call, strictly a coffee call, you have a bunch of people who are just interested in coffee, like the new folks who just joined on my team, that will be doing some coffee calls for them. I will do them for anybody that is in Govvi. So please make sure that you get with your upline, get into the Go Time Social. You can contact me through that if you are already a member of Govvi, and I'm happy to talk with you. The wonderful thing about Govvi, ladies and gentlemen, is that people from all around the world are in the company. We're in 40 countries that can take all of our products, and anybody is willing to work with you if you happen to need them to help you work. So I'll be doing these calls spontaneously if you need them. If you have 3-4 people and you want to jump on a Zoom, I'm happy to do them for you. So get with your vendors, get with your truckers, get with your lunch trucks, get with your friends, get with your fraternities and sororities, taste test your boutique restaurants, even the 7-Eleven with the gas station pump. He's got all kinds of donuts and ugly pastries, and now they have fruits and vegetables and everything else in a 7-Eleven. Call on them. Let them know what you have. This is a really great product for them to carry, because you know what? It doesn't take up a whole lot of shelf space, and they can just sell it to the people. They take it back with them. They go back to the office and they mix it up. If you know people who are working in an office environment, make sure that they taste the coffee. Make sure they know that it comes this way, They can make a lot of money by introducing it in the lunchroom. The receptionists are always gals that know everybody in the office. They too can do that. Teachers go into the teachers' room. They can do it. Coaches in the schools, they can take it to all of the other coaches. So again, I want to remind you that the latte is not going to be available readily. They will have it on an LTO, and hopefully it will be once a month, but we don't know that. So if you need a source for your latte, you can get with anybody who is a coffee club member, and they will have at least 2 boxes of latte available every single month. Perhaps check with them, because perhaps they won't have the 2 boxes available. They may be drinking it. If they're smart, they'll make it available for their team members so that they can sell it. But gosh, I'll tell you, it's darn good. I had a regular one this morning, a black coffee, and then when I came back from my Hanukkah celebration, I had a jelly donut. And most of you know I lost 28 pounds, and I don't crave my sweets and my pastries anymore, but it's a special night. So I had a jelly donut, and I made my latte, and I must confess it was really divine. But I have to tell you a secret. I only ate half of that jelly donut. That's what wow does to you. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for joining us this evening. It's a rather short call. We'd like to welcome everybody who has joined Govvi, particularly the people who have joined for coffee, because we know that you folks are just going to tear it up. One of these days, we're going to get some of you onto our training calls so that you can give us some special tips and tricks that we might not know about, that have worked well for you in the past, so that we can share them with everybody, so everybody can have success. Don't forget, you might not like coffee. It's okay. But just know that coffee is an $80 billion industry. So if you don't want to sell coffee, that's fine. Concentrate on the WOW product or the glutathione product, or concentrate on our harmonic cards, or even our flagship product, our fuel tabs, because you know what? Everybody wants fuel tabs. And one more thing before we go, if you're doing some kind of a party, or you're doing some kind of a get together, or you're inviting people to a Christmas white elephant grab bag and stuff, if it's somebody that you really love, you can give them, I mean, this is a $25 gift, so it's a great stocking stuffer too. But don't forget to put these packets of products out there so that people can ask what they are. And not only do they make great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers, but don't waste the time. If you have an opportunity to share the coffee with everybody, share all of the other products with them as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Blessings to everybody. For those who are celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. For those who are going into Christmas, be safe, be happy. This is a month of miracles for everybody, no matter what your faith is. Kwanzaa, Diwali's coming. Just know that Govvi is here for you. We are 18 months old now, going on 2 years. There is not another company in the marketplace today that is growing the way Govvi is, and has such terrific products that are pertinent to the way you live your life. So if you want to make some money, maybe just make a couple of $100s a month to get you over the hump from inflation, or you want to make $1,000 a month, or you want to make $20,000 a week, you can do it, because we are an e-commerce company with a subscription base, and we have all of the tools for you to learn to do it. And one more thing, don't forget the Govvi Club on Facebook. It's our private testimonial group. Use that group, even for your vendors, even for the lunch truck guy and your trucker guys, or the people after the fact that you're calling who want to keep on buying your coffee or other products from the craft shows, because when they go into that testimonial group, they're not only reading about the specific product that they purchased from you, but they're also learning about all the other products, and they will become a multiple purchase customer, which is what you want. That's what e-commerce is. Thanks again. Happy December. We look forward to seeing you next week and celebrating your successes. And please get back to the person who invited you to this call and get any questions that you have answered, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks, everybody. David, thanks for being here tonight.
Good night.
Okay, good night.